Hey lovelies, Dr. Ashley Greer here. Today I'm coming to you to talk about making mistakes in life and how we're all fearing failure far too much. The truth of the matter is we all make mistakes in life. We all do things that other people are like, what the heck are you doing? I don't like that you're doing that, we do something dumb, we drop the milk, we just make mistakes. It's inevitable. It's a piece of the human puzzle. It's a piece of our journey as human beings to make mistakes. But the problem is that when we make mistakes, we go after ourselves and we judge ourselves and we tell ourselves that we are, a failure, that we are stupid, that we are a terrible human being, that we will never be loved. We go and we create these, really huge beliefs and we stick them to ourselves whenever we make mistakes or whenever we, run up to things that feel like a failure or feel really difficult or feel like, they're not coming very easily. The problem with that is that when we have these big beliefs, like we say, like my go-to that I always used to go to, and I still occasionally do go to now, is I say to myself, you're stupid. God, you're stupid. That's my go-to. We all have one of these. If you pay attention to what you say to yourself, like if you drop your milk on your kitchen floor, you'll clue into what yours is. Talked to a lot of different clients about this. A really common one is, oh, I'm such a failure. Oh, nobody's ever going to love me. Or why are you, there's just all different things that we say to ourselves. Usually these are learned. Usually we've, learned somewhere along the way that this is how you're supposed to critique yourself so that you get better. Get better. Unfortunately, that's not true. Because when we judge ourselves so harshly, what happens? Think about it. We start to feel like crap about ourselves. We start to feel like, well, God, if I'm stupid, then why try? I can't ever succeed if I'm stupid. I'm never going to be able to do anything different. I don't want to try any harder because then if I don't succeed, then I'll really be a failure. I don't want to do things differently because then if I'm not able to do them as quickly as I think I should be able to do them, then I'm going to be, a total butt face, whatever you call yourself. We all say different things to ourselves. We really do. But that's the problem with these statements is they end up sort of, resulting in a cascade of self-judgment. In a cascade that we tell ourselves like, well, if I'm this, then I'm this. If I drop the milk, then I'm stupid. Then I'm a failure. Then nobody will love me. Then I'll be alone for the rest of my life. And I'll really be a failure. And you're digging yourself a hole so deep, you're not even going to be able to get back out of it. And it's a major problem. And I don't want you to think, it's a major problem. That means I'm a major problem. I want you to realize that it's the thoughts, it's the belief that's the major problem. It's not you. It's this learning that's, that you have from somewhere along the way that you haven't been able to change and switch up yet. And so you really need to be able to learn to become aware of these habitual things you say to yourself, to these ways that you judge yourself, so that you can release them. Because once you release them, you no longer are holding on to all this bullshit that you think you are supposed to point at yourself in order to become a better person. I'm going to tell you what, you don't become a better person by putting yourself down. You don't. You become a better person, you improve your skills by recognizing what you're doing right, by building on your strengths, by telling yourself, you know what? That was difficult. Maybe I could do it this way next time. Learning. You learn. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of making quote-unquote mistakes is that you learn. So maybe, you drop the milk on the kitchen floor and you learn that you shouldn't grab the milk and 15 other things at the same time. And when I do that, then I drop the milk. You learn something, right? And when you learn something, there's no shame. There's no embarrassment. There's nothing wrong with it. When you learn something and you can kind of take some meaning from what you're going through, you no longer have to feel as though it's this piece of you that's flawed and that's wrong and that's, just so messed up because you can't do things perfectly the first time every time. Nobody can do the first thing. Nobody can do things the first Nobody can do things right the first time every time. And what I just said is a perfect example. I said that wrong like 3 times before I was able to spit it out. But am I going, wah? No, I am laughing at myself because I think I'm kind of funny. But more important than that, it's part of the human experience. Think about a child who's learning to walk. you don't tell that child, like, God, are you stupid? Because they fell down. You don't tell a child, like, you're such a failure, no one will ever love you. Because, it takes them a couple months, to even just stand up that first time. No, you celebrate with them the fact that they're able to do it. Because falling down is a part of life. Failing is a part of life. Falling down is a part of life. Mistakes are a part of life. The only thing, one of my favorite quotes is the only thing that differentiates the successful from those who fail is the successful keep getting back up after they fall down. So stop thinking that your mistakes or your quote-unquote failures or falling down or whatever defeats you. The only thing that defeats you are your beliefs about it. So trust in the fact that you'll get up the next time and you'll do it better. Because that's the inevitability about life, is that you'll always do better. So that's all I've got for you today. I'm Dr. Ashley Greer. I help you with confidence, with freedom, feeling more passion, feeling more authenticity in your life, getting rid of the judgments, getting rid of the shoulds and the bullshit status quo that make you feel stuck and have made you feel like you have to play it small, because you don't. You don't have to play it small, and you don't have to be anything but your glorious, weird, kooky self, like me. I'm really kind of kooky. But I love it, and I want to see this part of you shine through as well, because it's what's See, I make mistakes all the time. It's what makes you special. What makes you special is your quirkiness, your goofiness, your awesome, weirdness. So be weird, lovelies. And if you want to check me out, I'm at ashleygreer.com, ASHLEEGREER.com. And sign up for one of my free hours of coaching where you can discover what coaching with me would actually be like. What it would be like to talk with me one-on-one about your problems, about your judgments, about your desire for more freedom, about your need to set more boundaries in your life. I'm a previous psychologist. I have my PhD in psychology, and I have helped hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of people help, really change their mindset, really change the way they think about themselves and about their lives, and release it all so that they can live in a truly authentic, beautiful, confident, free way. I'm all about freedom to be exactly who you are. So check me out, like my Facebook page, comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, I'll talk to you next time.